Andre Jawa from Sonim Technologies. Sonim at the GSM World Congress here in Barcelona launched the new XP3300 Force. This is a phone for professional workers in industries like construction, transportation, logistics, utilities, and other vertical organizations in the government and in private business. It's the toughest phone in the world. It's also the phone with the longest talk time in the world. This phone is the first phone that has between 20 and 24 hours of talk time. And why do we need such long talk time? Because the workers that the users and workers that buy our products are professional workers. Some of them work 16-hour shifts, and their employers sometimes need to be able to know where they are. So this phone is capable of GPS tracking every 5 minutes, sending a position to a server over the data network for 16 hours, and also doing 4 or 5 hours of talk time. There's no smartphone or iPhone or Android phone that will give you the ability to track every 5 minutes for that length of time and still have 4 or 5 hours of talk time. So we build these phones for professional users. They are the most rugged phones. They can be submerged in water up to 2 meters for an hour. They can be dropped multiple times from 2 meters onto concrete. We are the first manufacturer that used Gorilla Glass, and we still manufacture that uses the thickest Gorilla Glass. It's 1.5 millimeter thick. You can hammer a nail into a piece of wood with the screen of this phone, it's no problem. The casing is made of resin and fiberglass. It's a very tough material. This is the 4th generation of phones that Sonim has launched in the last 5 years. We now have more than 500,000 customers in 50 countries, and we have offered this 3-year warranty that covers even accidental damage for that period of time. And so over those lots of customers in the toughest jobs in the world, we've learned a few things about rugged phones. Of course, we do get some phones returned under our warranty, and we've used that learning about how these phones sometimes fail in these very extreme environments to improve them. And this XP3300 Force contains all of those lessons for the last 500,000 phones. Some examples. Our previous phones had connectors under a rubber flap like this, and it used to be that you had to keep this flap closed, otherwise it wasn't waterproof. Well now, and we got some phones back with water damage where the flap was not properly closed. These connectors are waterproof, even if the flap is open. In fact, you see this connector here, it looks like a headphone, there's a headphone next to it. But actually this one on this side is a USB. And we have a special cable in the box which turns into a USB. We also have a little adapter which converts it to micro USB. But the reason it's this shape is because the connector has a rubber ring inside, keeps it waterproof, even if it's open. Another example would be the speaker itself. This is the speaker goes here. It's a 100 decibel speaker. It's the loudest audio for people who are working in noisy environments with machinery or with construction. And of course the speaker is waterproof. What we learned from our previous phones was when the phone is underwater, it takes a little time for it to dry before you get the full volume. In this generation of phones we worked with Gore, the company that makes Gore-Tex, and we have a special membrane here which is able to clear the water from the speaker in only a few minutes, so the volume is restored quickly. Another example we have here is the microphone in these phones. These phones are designed for people who work in noisy environments, that's why the speaker is loud. We also have a noise cancelling microphone. So this noise cancelling microphone lets you easily be heard on the other end of the phone call, even if you have machinery or construction or other noises. So what we learned is that when we sell to customers who do these difficult jobs in the tough environments every single day, and we offer a warranty for 3 years, which means the phone has to last for 3 years in this kind of environment. We learn things that other phone manufacturers don't learn. We learn how these phones really are used and really how to make them robust. And I would say that we build these phones for professionals, for security guards, for truck drivers, for farmers, for construction workers, and we make a professional tool. And of course, if you're a consumer, you might like to have a professional tool for your private use, and that's great, and we welcome everybody who would like to buy our products. But we designed this for professionals, and that's why they're so rugged. These are far beyond the military specifications that you see on some phones. Some people don't know that the military specification for drop test is only from 1.2 meters onto plywood, whereas our phones survive 2 meters onto concrete 26 times for 5 phones with no failures. So it's the difference between a professional standard and a consumer standard. So longest talk time in the world, GPS tracking up to 27 hours with no talk time, or 16 hours with 5 or 6 hours of talk time. Bright screen that you can see outside, waterproof connectors, you can use it with gloves, you can put it in minus 20 Celsius or plus 55 Celsius and use it successfully, and really we build the best, most rugged tool for professionals.